Abram! Hey! Buddy, welcome to the Chaos Theater!
Good morning, everybody. Oh, Jay Handbook, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. How are you? And hello, Free Frag, and hello, Trilater. I hope you're all doing very well this morning. Thank you for coming and checking me out on our, I guess, our coffee and code streams. I haven't had enough of the former yet, and haven't done any of the latter. So we are going to take a look at what we were looking at the end of last stream. So we thought we were pretty close, and it looks like not all the way there. So I think what I need to do is just sanity check that my Vignere logic is actually working correctly, because we got to the point where we were able to take some of the sample files that were in those secret scripts and reverse Vignere them to get the actual key. We ended up with a bunch of key algorithms, and those ended up boiling down to just a series of indexes on the key. So one of them, you take the indexes like this in a recurring loop. Now, assuming that these are all, first of all, that they're all actually correct, and second of all, that the algorithms were correct. So some of these strings we just generated by hand, and I could have screwed something up. We didn't get any clean decrypted data, so we might not be there yet. There's a bunch of things that could be wrong. So I think today we've got to try and see if we can figure out what exactly is not right. So first thing I'm going to do, I want to make sure that my Vignere, just my regular Vignere logic, actually works correctly. And there was a sample, I think, when we were reading about Vignere the other time. Oh, actually, hold on. Cyber Chef should be able to do this for us, I think. It had Vignere, I believe. So we should be able to encrypt something with Vignere. Here, encode. The key can be, well, we'll do cheese, because that's what they used in that one sample we looked at. And I can do Versailles. I don't know if that's how you spell it or not. Okay. So with this and a key of cheese, we should get Versailles, if it's working correctly. So we could do just right here. Yeah, those are just functions. So right off the bat, we could do vig, and that's the key. Nope, that's the data. The key is cheese. Oh, our vig has to use the standard uppercase alphabet, though. That's fine. We can just replace this very quickly with one that doesn't have any of this stuff on it. I think. So we should just be able to return that. I think that's the right way to use that. So we will up Deshaun in here. Yeah, that's not good. All right. So something is not right here. And that means, oh, it's because I'm doing plus equals 2 here. From when I was screwing around with the algorithms. Right, let's try that again. Nope. Still not right. Okay. So, good and bad, perhaps. That means there's a bug in here, which means that maybe that possibly explains why this isn't working. So that would be okay. So the first letter is supposed to be a V, right? The standard Veneer just uses the regular alphabet. That's 26, so they're all there. Sure they're in the right order: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Yeah. Okay. So what we're supposed to be doing is the new index that we want to use is supposed to be the index of the letter that we have. Oh, I think it's supposed to be minus. I think that what we called a reverse Veneer is just Veneer, and there is no reverse Veneer involved. So if the key is less than or equal to -1, key plus equals key dot length. And if new, same with new I. If new I is less than or equal to -1, plus equals the length. Let's see if that does it. Close. So those must be the rollovers. So it might be plus equals length -1 here. So we'll check that. No. That's weird that we got like the first 2/3 correct. BERSAI, and then the L and the L both came out to. If key at I, oops, I think I screwed this key one up. I think the key one was supposed to stay like that because we're rotating forward through the key, and this one is supposed to go negative. -1, then plus equals B64 chars. There we go. Okay, so we had a couple funky bugs. So let us go back down to the Deshawn encryption. Triler, you don't know how it is for me, but you do less than 0 instead of less than or equal to -1. Yeah, I mean, that's valid. It's the same, but it's easier to read. Yeah, I think I was just mostly just thinking out loud while I did that, but that's a very good point. Okay. We're not actually even, I don't think we're even using that function because we made a slightly altered version of it for our Deshawn crypt method, but yeah, I can do the same thing here. So we'll leave the key logic the same, but this should become less than 0 plus equals length, and this should be minus. Okay, now if we're lucky, we'll see a solve in here. That'd be pretty nice to have that early success. Whoops. What happened? I forgot to get rid of that. Oh, okay. Hold on. That looks pretty close. Wait. That looks kind of close to something. It's got color codes in it. This one's got like new lines and stuff. So I think this one's the closest to being correct. But again, not quite. So it does look like this algorithm, which was repeat every other. So what could we have gotten wrong here in addition to that? What's our alphabet look like? Our alphabet looks good. It's got pluses and slashes, but no equals, because equals is padding. Should it have equals in it? No, because the Vineyard string has no equal signs in it. But the original does, doesn't it? But now I can't remember. No, it's B64. There is no equals in B64, because that would be 65 characters. Okay, that's actually so close that it's probably more... That's going to cause more of a distraction, I think. Why is it so close but not close? Wait, how do I rotate this equals sign if equals is not in my... Wouldn't one of these become -1? I have to have equals in my B64 string. I think I'm misunderstanding something here. We'll just put it there and then we'll see what happens if that gives us anything different. It worked. It worked. Unfortunately, it's just a normal calendar entry, but it fucking worked. Hey! Holy shit! Okay, holy shit. Holy shit. Alright. Alright. Okay. We just did it. Well, congratulations, everyone. We did it. All right. Thanks for coming and watching me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. That's great. Fuck yeah, man. All right, so equals does need to be in there for rotating. So we need to transplant this. Actually, I'm not 100% sure that this works yet, so I think we should do some more testing. So we'll scrape some more keys. I want to have these keys get dumped out of this one line at a time, though, instead of like this, where we just dump them as an array. I would like to see each line as its own. So what we will do is, where we're building that, to do calentries.add here, I think instead we will do what do we do with X? What is X as our result? Result is the oh no, hold on. Because we log the cal entries, then we go through the cal entries. Yeah, so it's not this one. This one's going through the calendar entries. Here, when we get a responsive length equal to 2, instead of adding it to crypt vals here, we can log each key value pair instead. I think that's what we'll do. What just happened? Block comment didn't work because there's already a comment in it? Oh. All right. So here we will log I want the color codes to be the same, so I'm going to go look them up because I keep forgetting them. Someone on Discord, maybe it was you, Flux, you were saying that you're like becoming fluent in hackmud color codes. I am not there yet. So key is N and value is V. That's what I want. So I want to do N, and the key is going to be entry. And then we're going to do colon. And then we're going to do V for value, and RR at 1, I think is what we had there. So that should just log them all out. All right. Oh no, hold on. Yeah. We'll have to manually retrieve the key. That's actually one part we haven't figured out how to do in the scraping, is how to get the key out of the secret script, because when we parse it out of the corporation, it's a string in code, so we can't turn that into a scripter. So I'm not sure. We would have to... yeah, I'm not sure how to do that, actually. Not sure how we can automate that second step of getting the actual key. This one, because it's the newest. Yeah, we'll just do that. Start fresh with no continuation token. We'll auto that up. Yeah, because what we need we need the user's decryption key before we can start brute forcing all of the calendar entries. So does that mean we don't have a choice and we have to have a manual intervention step? You can't pass a scripter as a string. So like I could automate this through like my out of game automation, but I don't think that I can automate this just purely through hackmud with JavaScripts. I have to be able to type pound S or hash S. Oh, that's a change I did to try to get automation to terminate on its own, and it did, but it did it too well. So we're gonna forget that. Okay, so they're all kind of on one line each. If I flush those, they'll be on one line each, which is what I'm going to do. So let's run that one more time and then flush them. All right, I'm going to go open this up. You can't see what I'm doing right now. I know that. Just bear with me for a sec. Gotta Actually, whatever. I'm just going to copy these into here for now. These are all of our... Oh, God, what happened? There we go. Those are all of our key value pairs. And then... I need to use the secret script to find the key. And the key itself should be pretty easy to find because it's... appears to always be named key. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen it come out as not. So it should be 6. You know what? Just in case I made that script, I should use it. Just in case. I6. Yep, okay. So we'll take that. That's going to be our key for Deshaun. And our data it's probably easier to just copy and paste it from here, so we are going to take the first one here. I'm going to cut it so that we know that we've consumed it. Paste it here. Fuck. Okay. Not quite. So none of these worked. I think if any of these had an equal sign in them, that would mean that they're not B64, and it looks like they all have one. So that means the algorithm, one of these algorithms is wrong, or we're missing one. This is the user's key. That's one of their calendar entries. Shit. So we had one of these algorithms marked as uncertain. Key unshift, key pop. So we can do a determine algorithms. No, determine algorithms does the backwards stuff. What we would have to do is make sure. So I guess what we have to do is we have to double check that these strings that we used here are actually correct. So we can use our logic here that we had for the algorithm. And just run it and put out the indexes the same way we were doing it before when we were doing the reverse to determine the pattern. So we'll do let I equal 0. We'll do while I is less than 50 to just give us a lot of characters. What's this? How long is this one? This is the longest one. 49, yeah, so 50 should be okay. Do 55. And we'll do I++. We'll do we start with 0. We always start with 0. So we will log. We will log. What will we log? We won't log anything. We'll let result equal this. We'll do result plus equals key at 0. We'll always do the first character because we're just going to shift the characters themselves in place. Except it's not key at 0. It's Hold on. I need to do a key copy, actually. Let key shifted equal the same thing. We'll do key shifted dot unshift key shifted dot pop, and we'll do key dot index of key shifted at 0. That's what we want. We want the indexes of the characters as they shift. Then we will just return result. Okay, so this is going to test our algorithm. E.pop is not a function. Oh, because it's not an array. Do that. And that's because it's supposed to go through it first before it does that. So it's supposed to do if I mod 6. If I, yeah, we'll start at 1, and we'll do if I mod 7 is true, then we'll do that. So after each loop through the key, then we shift it once and then do it again. Oh, but this is supposed to be fuck. Now this loop is becoming stupid. So we have to do this now. We have to store a key at I. Key at I is going to be 0. This is going to be key at I plus plus. We have to do if key at I is greater than key shifted dot length. Then on every 7th loop, we are going to do this and set key at I back to 0. No. We can just do if key at I equals 0. That means that we have looped all the way through. Nope. If key at I, oh fuck. That's a stupid one. No! Okay. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna copy this. Where does this start repeating? We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we see 0 again. So we want to take all of these, put it up here. That looks exactly the same. So I think that was fine. And then we'll do the reverse, which was this one. Now that we've got this written, this is actually not too bad. So key shifted dot push equals key shifted dot shift. So we should do it backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then move the front to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 1. Okay. So once we get to like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's right here. That's where it repeats. That also looks identical. Okay. I unfortunately didn't write down the algorithm for these two because they looked like they were actually a little funky. I couldn't figure out what the actual algorithm was. 1, 2, 1, 2, skip 3. This was the skip 3 and then skip 1 and 4 and then skip 2 and 5. We wrote that one by hand, so that one should be fine. 1, 2, skip 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 0, 1, 2, 3, skip 4, 5, 6. 0, skip 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 5, 6. 0, 1, skip 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 6. And then go 0, 1, 2, skip 3, 4, 5, 6. So that one should be fine. Repeat every 5 and repeat every 2. Zero, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 0, 0. Ah, damn. One or more of our algorithms are broken. Okay. I'm going to put that back. I'm just going to pull another key and I'm going to see if we get a success there. Because if 1 out of 8 is only... Sorry, TriLoader, they look correct from looking at qubits file. Do I want the names that they use? Not yet. Not yet. So I'm going to try a few more of these because if only 1 or 2 of our algorithms are broken, then the majority of these should still decode. Hopefully. So I'm going to comment that out. Algo check, we'll call that. And put that one in. Not good. Not good. This one. Some of these have new line characters in them, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay, so that one didn't work either. Fuck. Try this one. Is it disappointing? Kind of? How did it kind of work? Oh, because there's padding characters. That's fine. I don't care about that. So, but this is the same skip every 2 one that worked last time. So I think what we can say I think what we should do here is mark the ones that we know for sure are working. So skip every 2, confirmed. That one absolutely works. Or repeat every 2. That one for sure works. So we consumed that one. It's not a location. Try the next one. No. Nothing. Fuck. Try this one next. Oh, that's a very short one. Wow. There's a very low success rate. Oh, it didn't paste properly. Yeah, still doesn't work though. I hate... God, I hate that. I hate being so fucking close to something. So, I guess it could be that the majority of the algorithms are wrong, or we're getting unlucky here. I would like to see any other one of these algorithms succeed, though, because so far they're all failing. Not great. Not great. Take this one. Unless I'm doing something weird when I'm copying and pasting them. God damn it. Something fundamentally wrong with this. Am I really this unlucky? That's number 7. So far we have a success rate that matches about 1 in 8, which is the this is the only algorithm we're able to actually confirm. The rest could all be wrong. It doesn't seem very fair. Can one of the other ones be correct, please? Okay, that's repeat every 5. Thank God. Okay, repeat every 5 is confirmed. Again, like the corruption characters don't decorrupt cleanly, but I that's fine. I don't know what could be going on there, but that's fine. I wouldn't expect those to behave correctly because they're not. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Every 5th repeating is confirmed. So let's keep trying here. That's repeat every 2. We already know that one's working. It's bugging me that all the ones that work are not locations. They're just more calendar entries. We haven't seen a single location yet. Is that part of the problem? I need more data before I can make that determination. Nope. Man, I was hoping more of the algorithms would be correct than this. Okay, that one worked, but again, it's just a calendar entry. How come the only ones that work are calendar entries? Is that a coincidence? Is there something else you have to do to them to get them if they're a location? 0246, that's the first algorithm. That looks to be correct, at least for calendar entries. Oops. You have to do something to the calendar entry as well to get a location from it? Or are we just getting really unlucky here, or what is going on? Nothing. Damn it. Fuck. Pasting these properly. Looks like I am. Fuck. Remember the third menu option in the corp script? Oh yeah, we're looking for a passphrase, aren't we? Not a location. Oh. I forgot a step. Forgot a step, didn't I? So what would this be? Stretches then? Oh man. We've been working on the D-SHA encryption for so long that I forgot what the fuck we were doing. Alright. It might just be the name of the calendar entry. So, okay. So we have this. No, not that. We want this pin. We have act. Whoop. Test. And I want a passphrase, right? It's a passphrase. Stretches. Is the passphrase. Where was one of these that worked correctly? God damn it. Jack Sparrow? Is the passphrase that calendar entry? Whoops. Why didn't that work? Is it the calendar entry that matches the one that worked? I don't remember which one worked, but I'm imagining it's one of these ones that we did not restore. No? What about this one? I'm gonna assume it's, let's put that one away. I don't think that one worked, right? So let's try this. No. No, that can't be it, because you could just brute force the passphrase with the calendar entry keys if that was the case. None of these are decoding into plain text, so none of these could be the passphrase. Because they're all still, like, not printable characters. This one decoded. This is supposed to be a passphrase somehow? Yeah, it just looks like another calendar entry. So we're not looking for user locations, we're looking for calendar entries. Or passphrases, I guess. So any of these ones that's just a calendar entry. None of these ones that failed look like a passphrase because they're all busted, like they didn't decode properly. I mean, maybe the passcode is this? No, that wouldn't make any sense either. That's just the algorithm. It would have to be the algorithm plus something, or again, you could just brute force that. The value has to be, the passphrase has to be something from decrypting. Do some of them even need decrypting? Oh. Triletter, you think just like there was an unencrypted entry with the backup server, there might be an encrypted entry that actually isn't an event invitation. Yeah, that's what I was hoping to see, right? Is that when we decrypted one of these things, it would just be another string. And that string would be a passphrase to get into that menu option. It's possible. It's possible that there's only one calendar entry out of like the however many that we have, 70, that has the passphrase. There's only one of them, so you have to decode all of them and then take the one, just like the secret script. A whole bunch of calendar entries, but only one calendar entry had the secret script. You have to do all the calendar entries, all the calendar entry keys, and find the one that has the passphrase in it, and then when you go into the one entry with the passphrase for this user, you get the user locations. There's only one passphrase, so it's possible we have to just keep going through these. So I'm just going to keep going through them because I don't know what else to do at this point, because I thought I'm like, this is also how we're confirming that these algorithm strings are correct as well. If we see plain text come out with one of these patterns, it means the pattern is correct. Do these files have names? In the secret script, they do, but they're just kind of like gobbledygook. If I can get up. Like, I don't think none of these things are related to the passphrase, I don't think. I think we're on the right track. I think we're on the right track with decoding the entries here. Convince everyone initiative 1.5. We've seen plain text calendar entries that look like that before too. It's interesting. Oh, I like that color. It's like a brass yellow. Wow, I really like that color for some reason. What fucking color is that? It's got to be like K or something. Me likey. You're seeing reminder, password, and key in some of the file names. Yeah, so Spanish by those are usually a trap. And if you read that file, it'll delete an upgrade and leak your system location into any channels that chat channels that you're joined into. Not always. Sometimes. Sometimes the trap could be this file. Sometimes the trap could be multiple files. And sometimes there are entries in between, like 2 and 6, like 3, 4, or 5 could also have an entry. But I don't think the user's key appears to always be in an entry that has the word key in it somewhere in its file name. So that one seems to be always safe, and the only one you actually need. The rest of them, it seems like you use them to determine the algorithms. Like you can use them to reverse engineer all the algorithms. And I don't think once you figured that out, you need them anymore. That's my current working theory. So we might have to go back to looking at some of those some more. If one of these, like if we don't get anywhere with what we have right now. So this is 0. So that one's confirmed. And that might be the dumbest of the algorithms. When I say dumb, just like funny in its simplicity. So this algorithm is you only use the first letter of the key. That's it. You veneer shift the whole thing with just the first letter, ignore the rest of the letters. That's that algorithm. That's funny. All right. This method of thinking for at least checking that the algorithms work seems to be working out for us so far, though. I'm not, this could mean that there is just one. So there could be a couple things. One or two of our algorithms are incorrect. Or two, there are some calendar entries that just don't decrypt for whatever reason. Those traps are safe if you're on a user that's not in a channel and has no upgrades or GC. That's correct. And GC doesn't matter. It just deletes an upgrade. It deletes an upgrade and it leaks your location. So I made a little vault script here that sends all my upgrades away to my library user. And then you can hit one of these, like if we do like 4, see if we can, yeah. Still do this like seg fault detected. So I didn't have any upgrades and I'm not in any channel, so it didn't do anything to me. They are safe as long as you do that. And then I unvault to bring back my upgrades and load them, reload them. It's like a way to kind of like save yourself while you're testing stuff, because I had to, that was like a, you have to unload them, you have to send them all away, you have to switch to the other user, you have to do the thing that you want to do, then you have to switch to the user you sent them to, send them back to your main user, go back to the user and reload them. Like it was so, I should have done that way earlier. So many extra steps. Now that I'm not really needing to do them anymore. Okay, so we just put, I think we just put a new value in here. So we'll deshawn this. It's another one, again, that's number 0, and it's just a calendar entry. So no new information there. Try this one. Huh. I guess because the string is so short that a lot of the algorithms that start with 1012 give the same first few characters when they're shifted. That's funny. Because it's rotate lock, and you can see rotat, ROT, RO, RO, ROT. I guess that makes sense, right? Anyway, that is, so this is a new one that we hadn't confirmed yet. This is the reverse Jenga. This is this one. Confirmed. So there's only 3 left that we haven't confirmed. So we will keep going. Keep going. Getting close. Getting close to at least knowing which one's not working anyway. Nope. Those are all garbage. So we'll put that entry back. Nope, those are all garbage too, it looks like. I should probably, like... I could be making this a lot easier for myself. I guess I wasn't expecting this to not go as smoothly. See, now the interesting thing about this is that we saw in that rotate lock one that because most of the algorithms start with the same first few numbers, that the beginning of the decoded message looks the same, like it starts with the same couple letters. So all of these start with the same unprinted character, except for this one. But that starts with a 0. But this one's just 0. And it came to the first and it came to the first letter. Why? Is that a coincidence too far? Not enough data. Not enough data. Depends on the top 2 bits of the second character before the base 64 decode. They are included in the first output byte. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I guess it depends. It's probably a coincidence. All right. Keep going. Keep going. That is Jenga. That's our Jenga pattern. So that's confirmed now. So there's only 2 patterns left, and one of them is the one that we weren't even sure if it was the real pattern or not. So that would make sense anyway. Oh, I've got to go and do something with that. I can't just cut it out of the file, Silex. If that isn't a sign that that algorithm is not... Oh. You know, I think that is probably a coincidence. That's the CLI coloring something. This one looks like it started to decode and then failed, which would make me think this is the one that's broken. Triloader, the coloration is done on the client. Yeah. So this one implies... so yeah, this entry suggests the pattern is mostly right. Well, the pattern's mostly wrong, I think. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, like this part of the pattern is probably okay. And then the rest of it is not. Because we just get this little bit dentist. So this one appears to be broken. Broken or incorrect. I do want to see if we can get an entry for this one though as well to make sure this one's correct. So we're going to keep going. I'm going to put that one back in our file for now. and move on. Okay, so the one we suspected wasn't quite correct is not quite correct. So we know what we're doing anyway. I could use the expected invitees as known plaintext to figure out more. That's a good idea, actually. So it's supposed to be dentist something. So, I mean, the slash n is in there, though, because it did do a new line anyway, so there's some other character before the new line. Possibly. But because so the known plaintext work that we were doing before was known plaintext on the encrypted string, not on the decoded string. Normally there's an empty line. I suppose that could be 2 new line characters. But that would be 2 characters /n. No. What are we doing? No, because when we do base 64 decoding, we use ASCII. So it would be the ASCII for new line. So one of the ASCIIs, so the new line didn't decode correctly. It's kind of tough because there's more steps involved in the known plaintext. Man, I got something in my eye. Because the known plaintext would be after the decoding, not what we were doing before, which was the encoded string. Fucking eyeball, man. But I mean, it's worth holding on to this for now, certainly. So we will put this. We don't need this anymore. I don't think we need this anymore because we're pretty much figuring out what's going on. So I'm going to put a comment here with this. Sorry, what did I copy here? What happened? What happened there? This should just be plain text. How come when I copy and paste this, it turned into garbage? M plus SHVI. What happened there? Why is that pasting like that? There is no equal sign here. ZVG. Where's UD? Oh, okay, so there's a whole bunch of non-printable characters in there, actually. Apparently. So, was it this one? I think it was this one, right? Should decode into dentist /n/n invite ease /n. I think. So triletter, I also have an uppercase I instead of a lowercase I in the middle of the word. Yeah. There. Your example, you get ZGVUD. G L Z or I Z D A O K A W 52 A. I have S X R L Z X. So it looks like just one of my the M 6CG. So it looks like, yeah, I'm one of these is like one off. Did I have a typo? Maybe I had a typo in this key, though I remembered not being totally certain that I did it right in the first place. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember it skipped 5. And then 0, 1, 2, 3, and then skipped 4, but replaced the 5 with a 1, 6. Because I saw 16 showing up in here. Unless I'm dreaming I'm stuck in No Man's Sky. 16, 16. Anyway, we'll come back to this once I've confirmed this one, because then there's just one thing for us to work on. So we'll hold on to this for 1 second. So, I don't remember, did we run this one? I don't remember if we ran this one or not. Nope, nothing there, so we'll put that one back. If I can get confirmation of that last algorithm, and we can focus up. Nothing there. It's weird because this makes me think that like a whole bunch of them use that one algorithm, which is like really lopsided. Like I would have expected some kind of even distribution of algorithms. It seems to be heavily favoring the one incorrect algorithm. That is the Jenga, which we already have confirmed. That's just a coincidence. These are just coincidences. I think we're going to see that on any of these ones in the middle because they all start with 0, 1, 2. And these ones start with 0, 1, 2, 3. So, okay, so that one is good. Take this one. I want to see the third to last entry. There it is. Third to last entry. Bowling with team 212. Okay. Man, the distribution of these is very uneven. Like, how many did we have to decode? That's line 25. So this one shows up 1 out of 25. 1 in 25 chance of getting that one. That is not anywhere close to 1 in 16. Or 1 in 8, I mean. Okay. So yeah, that means that we just have this one. Wait a minute. Then how come in the other failures we didn't get a partial decode? If all the other ones are correct, what was this calendar entry? None of these start with anything, and we've confirmed they're all working. So what was this one then? None of them even remotely worked. They're all like way off from being a decoded string. Smiley face. I don't like that. I do not like that response. Two theories, more keys, or something to decode, or it's not something to decode in this manner. Yup. I don't like either of those answers, though. More keys. there'd be another key. So, Spanish Player, are you saying that from experience, or are you theorizing? Is that a real theory, or is that a hint? Is that a real hint? If there is another key, I guess the other key could be the calendar entry itself. So you vignere it using the calendar entry afterward. You vignere the response with the entry of the calendar. So, like, if I go back to, what did the last one do? The last one was a calendar entry, so I'm fine with that. A bit of both. You never tackled SHA encryption, but you know the files can have something more than text. When you say files, you mean the secret script files? Or you mean the calendar entries? We know about the images in the backup server. Yes. They're not, I didn't actually... That's what you're on about? Yeah. So we used that to get the algorithms. I didn't actually look at I didn't actually look at them as an image, because the one that I decoded, it looked like I decoded it correctly, and then I put it into, loaded as an actual B64 image, and I didn't get anything back. It didn't actually turn into a picture. So I'm assuming that they just look like they're images, so that you know what the plain text prefix is of the encrypted string, not because they're actually images. So I don't think there was another hint there. I suppose the other thing is that these need to be decoded twice. So if we go back to this one, and I take the calendar entry from it also, maybe it's a second key and you have to decode it twice. So none of these came out as entries. They're actually B64 images that work. Okay, I mean, I only tried one, and then I was like, hey, never mind. Because I didn't want to, I mean, I had already kind of figured out what the purpose of the images was, to my knowledge. So, could be that some calendar entries are just junk. It's possible. They could just be junk. But so far, the only thing we've seen is junk and then another calendar entry, and neither of those things are going to help us. But it's also possible we have to get through all of them. We got through 25 of 59. So it's possible we just have to keep going. I do want to just check, because we have one here that doesn't decode into anything. I want to see if I can de-SHA encrypt. So if we do the de-SHA encrypting, and we don't do the from B64 on it, okay, if we just you always assume the images have another purpose. I don't know if they do. Yeah. I don't know if they do. No one has given me a hint about the images yet. So I'm not 100% You think you've seen the format of the passphrase before. Yeah, so I just have to... I want to try rotating this again with the second key. And see if... Now, here's the thing. Do I use the same algorithm but with the calendar key? Or do I just use a straight Vignere on the calendar key? I guess I should try both. So when we rotate it... Deshawn Crypt... This one should be called Deshawn Crypt 64 because it's doing the B64 decoding on it. Then I need another one that's just Deshawn Crypt. Fuck. Maybe this is not the maybe this is not the best way to do this. I suppose I should just take each one of these and just Deshawn Crypt them again, but with a different key. I don't know. Why is this not copying the right part of this? Copy, paste. What the fuck is going on? I'll just get them from the shell. Okay, I'm gonna take this string. Hey Hactix, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing wrong here. Deshawn Crypt. So, oh, I called it Deshawn Script. Just realized that. Not that that matters, but. So we're going to try data 2 and key 2 here. And just see if we get anything different. None of those did anything. So I'm going to take the next one and try it. What's my GUI scale set to? I think it's 1 right now. Yeah. It's just 1. I think it's because there's a ton of non-printable characters in here when they don't decode correctly. So I'm highlighting them unknowingly. This one's giving me a bunch of undefines. Undefined. Why would it give me an undefined? I must have... Did I paste a non-B64 character in here? No. Why would that give me undefined when it's decoding it? The invalid characters cause an offset. You've seen the issue in your fake location script? Yeah. Yeah, it's like it was quite an offset. It's a pretty big offset difference, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm not sure if this whole having to decrypt it twice thing is gonna work out for us. The theory here. Just seems to just be more garbage. Again, there's an undefined in here, which means that I rolled over to a -1 index. Oh, wait a minute. I can't use the algorithms because the algorithms are 7 indexes, right? And the calendar entry is only 6 indexes. So maybe I should just be doing a Vignere on it and not a Sean encryption. Well, what did that do? Why didn't that do anything? Oh, because I guess I have to return it. Doesn't look right either. Offset caused by characters can stack, so it can be multiple lines off. Yeah. That's what we were seeing too, right, Flux? So that makes sense. So it's not really safe to copy and paste any of this junk directly, because who knows where its actual position is. It's just weird because you would expect that you're just selecting. So the copying and pasting from the CLI and hackmud is not just like a regular, it's not a normal copy and paste. There's something else going on behind the scenes there. Because you would think it would just copy what you can see. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm getting them from the shell text right now, so. Alright, let me go back and do another Vignere. Now that we know we want to just try normal Vignere on these. None of these are coming out as B64s. So I'm not 100% sure this is going to work either. But it's just like, I don't fucking understand why none of those entries came back as anything even remotely resembling a response. If I'm not supposed to do something else with them. Copying, if what the thing you're copying is near the bottom of the screen, it's more likely to be accurate. Flush and then copying from the shell. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I just don't have my Notepad++ where the shell text is on stream, but I'm copying these values out of there right now. I'm just trying to find a value that will, like, I'm not worrying about taking any of the responses and like base 64 decoding them. Right now I'm just looking to see if they would decode, and if they have an equals in the middle of them, they won't. So I'm just like, I'm kind of at a loss on these entries. Why did these entries not decode? They could be garbage. They could just be garbage. I don't like the idea that some of the entries are just garbage, though. Can you actually alt-tab to the right window? Thank you. Nope, that's got an equals in the middle of it. Okay, we got an ad coming up that I am going to just very quickly step away to use the bathroom and stuff. Let's try this last one here. No. Is there any more in this shell text? No. That was it. So it doesn't look like using the calendar key to do a Vignere on the Sean encrypted string works either. Okay. I'll be back in a 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. All right, are we back? Something seems to think that I'm still in an ad, but I think Twitch says that I'm... Oh, okay. Goodbye. All right. Thanks for waiting, everybody. All right. I think I'm gonna make two changes here. I think the first change I'm going to make is, okay, we're gonna abandon this key calendar thing for a minute. Just abandon that line of thinking. That didn't provide any results. I think what I want to do is I want to pull the data string from the command line so that I can speed this process up a little bit. So we're going to end up doing ds is going to equal Niger.Dishon, where data is, and then 0. And then we can just do a macro on each one of these. Okay. Let's go over here and we're going to copy this one. I guess we'll cut it. We'll ds this. That is a calendar entry, so we'll leave that one cut. We will cut this one. ds this. This is I should have done this a million years ago. So this one didn't decode into anything. So we're going to put that back. Move down to the next line. Nothing. So I'll put that back, go to the next one. That was the last one. We already know that one's confirmed, so we'll leave that one out. See, these really short ones, I guess it's not just the really short ones, but you see an angle bracket here? Now, that could be a coincidence. Or it could be a null or missing, which would match like the B64 string being so small. But then I don't know why the rest of it didn't come out correctly. We're looking for passphrases. Right? At the end of the day, we're looking for a passphrase, right, for the other menu option. We're not looking for locations. I'm gonna put that one back. I just gotta power through the rest of these entries here and see if any of them resemble a passphrase. Okay, that is a calendar entry. That is not working correctly. These ones that don't work correctly, still unclear. So what do I think a passphrase could look like? I'm imagining it has to be ASCII, at least, printable ASCII characters. Because you have to be able to send it on the command line. So right now, I'm just looking for anything, even if it were just junk, anything that came out as printable as a single line of printable ASCII. Maybe that's a bad assumption, but I have not seen any evidence anywhere in hackmud that you can send non-printable ASCII as a value as a parameter value. I'm sure that you could through a script, but so far everything that you can do through a script you can do by hand, right? Which includes like sending passphrases and stuff. Now, I'm not sure if like your idea from before, I think it was your idea, is that some calendar entries may just be garbage. Like they may just be full of garbage and they won't cleanly decode. Because even this algorithm, right, the second to last algorithm, which we know is not quite correct, the beginning of it, though, did decode. Because the beginning pattern here seems to be okay the first, like, 6 or so. You doubt any non-player script expects weird characters in a passphrase. Yeah, okay. So we're on the same page then, I think, there. All right, so I'm gonna put that one back, and we're just gonna keep going through. Some of these could just be junk, right? Because there's lots of corrupted stuff all over the place in hackmud, right? Right, none of those went through, so we'll put that one back. I don't know if it's corrupted or if there's a possibility here that there are more than 8. See, that one came out very clean, actually. It's possible there's more than 8 algorithms. Could be a 9th algorithm that we haven't seen. So that was a very short one, and it did decrypt. It just decrypted into a very short calendar entry. So, did I put the up here? It's invitees : right? Yeah, dentist, new line, invitees : So that's the one this entry should have decoded into and didn't, because this algorithm is incorrect. All right, we'll keep going. Keep going here. How many we got? Another 13. So we'll be through these soon. That one was fine, and it doesn't look like a passphrase. Yeah, like try letter, copy the decoded B64 from there. You mean like this? Like you think this is the passphrase? Is that what you're suggesting? Like the passphrase is the B64 for the calendar entry that decoded? I think my theory is there's only one passphrase per user. Just like only one of the calendar entries has the secret script. Only one of these encoded calendar entries has the passphrase, and the rest of them are just encoded calendar entries. Question marks? For the pattern with the issue, oh, you were having some chat issues. So copy the correctly decoded B64 for the pattern with the issue. I don't have correctly decoded. You're talking about the one that you sent earlier in chat. Like this is what you had. Should decode into this. Correct is this. Correct B64 is that. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah? Okay. All right. Again, we'll come back to that. We will come back to that. So, which... I think the entry we just did, that started with Mr. A, is that what we just did? Yeah. Okay. So we will keep that one out. Keep going here. Nope. None of those worked. There's a high degree of failure here. Like, it looks like 50% failure rate. Just seems like a lot. All of those are garbage. I guess really though, if we're just looking for a passphrase, then there's probably like a very specific format the passphrase is going to come out as, that we will just regex all the responses against. And it's like, yeah, there's a bunch of non-printed characters, doesn't matter. Stakeholder meeting, okay, so that one was fine and just decrypted normally. So it would be more like instead of looking through one of these until it's a specific whatever, we'd mostly run it until one of the entries matches the, it'll probably be like passphrase : or something like that. I mean, it might not be. I don't remember if we took this one or not. Which one is this? PB? No. Okay. So that one decoded into a calendar as well. All right, we're down to the last dozen or so here. None of those decoded. That one decoded. Cat training. It's funny. You can train cats. It's just really difficult. Okay, that's fine too. I do have no idea what we're looking for, but I haven't seen anything good. Emergency meeting. At the very least, we're getting rid of all the ones that decode into a normal calendar entry, leaving us with some possibilities of other things we have to check. I don't fucking know. Just have to check all these. Nope, that's just more garbage. It's like, what? That's more garbage, it looks like. This one has some quotes in it. I don't know if I've seen quotes show up before in the corrupted strings. Any of these corrupted ones had quotes, or is that one has back? Is that a double backtick character? I don't think I've ever seen that before. That one is a single quote. Yeah, that's probably a distraction. Keep looking. Keep looking. Get a haircut. Oh god, we're getting really close to the end here. Nope, all those are garbage. This is not looking good. Getting really close to the end. Nope, all of those are garbage. Jesus. There's another step. So there's maybe still yet another step that we have to do. That makes me mad that, like, everything that we figured out so far works, but only for the encrypted calendar entries. Unless there's data hidden in the encrypted calendar entries. I would be so surprised there's so many steps. There's so many steps. It would surprise me. I guess not surprise me so much as just aggravating. So many steps here. I mean, what could I be doing wrong? We know that all the other algorithms work except for the one, but even the one that doesn't work, the beginning of it still works. Like there, right? That's funny, it's another dentist one. It's quite the coincidence. So, I mean, like, I'm gonna leave that out because it did decrypt into a calendar entry, technically. Another calendar entry. Junk. It's a lot of junk, but it's junk. We only have 3 left. There's no way. There's no way. I'm gonna do it because I don't give up, especially not right at the end. But there's no way it's gonna be one of the, it's not like gonna be the last one. That would be insane. Nope, another dentist appointment. This guy goes to the dentist a lot. Or, sorry, I should leave that out. Okay, this is the last one. Another calendar entry. The last dentist one was longer than the others. It was, like, why does the guy have 4 people invited to the dentist with him? But I don't necessarily know if the whatever algorithm generates these calendar entries at random necessarily cares about them making actual sense. Cat training. I think it's just like randomly generated. I don't necessarily think that like this dentist appointment sticks out because there's more than one person. You were thinking of the one before that? So are you thinking about this one right here? Second to last? The one we're looking at right now? With like the 4 additional people? Not this one. There's another one. So there's this one. Oh, sorry. So this is a dentist appointment. There hasn't been a dentist appointment in a while here, so I'm not sure what one. The one that was broken. Oh, this. It's actually not that long though, right? So it could just be 1 or 2 or 3 people, just like the other one. I don't think that the calendar entry. You know what? Honestly, I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what the next step is. I have absolutely no idea. Combine the calendar entry strings for each calendar entry that properly decoded, or each calendar entry that didn't decode into something, and put all of those entries together into a giant string and use that as the passphrase. all the ones that didn't decode into string, into a calendar entry, because that means they're not a calendar entry. So maybe they are part of something else. So I could take all of the calendar entries here and put them into a giant string and see if that's a passphrase. Fuck it. Let's just see. What do I have to lose? Just gonna we're just gonna append all of these together. This is assuming I didn't make a mistake and leave one of these ones in here, right? So this might not be the best idea. This is also going to be a really long passphrase. But I don't really have any other ideas at this point. It feels wrong, but better than just sitting here staring at nothing. I want to try things. Want to try stuff. There's not that many entries here, really. It is creating a giant string, though. But because I'm doing this by hand, it's possible that I'm screwing this up, and I might have to write this, what I'm trying to do, into the script and do this programmatically so that there's less chance of human error. There's no way this is the fucking passphrase, right? Not sure where or how to get the passphrase, but you've seen large white cat as an example in Natarakon's GH. Large white cat. Oh, GitHub. So probably what I've done is not correct, but I'm going to try it anyway because I went through all that trouble. So I don't remember what the base script was called. That was so long ago. Nope. Okay. There has to be something that we're like. There has to be something that we're looking for here, right? Dentist, meeting. The passphrase could still be hidden in one of these things and we just don't know what to do with it. Get a haircut. All capital letters. Large white cat was an example of a passphrase. Emergency meeting. Stretches. Cat training. Picnic with the team. Stakeholder meeting. Documentation. Dentist. Stand up. These are all like very, well, I mean, they're not very normal, but they look very normal. Doctor appointment. Let in the caterers ahead of the 221 mixer. New project kickoff. And then probably around here I cleared my screen, so go through all of them again. Fuck. Tactics, there's a piece of info I've put aside before that might help here. I mean, figuring out what's wrong with my 7th algorithm? More spec to the secret script for more clues. Where did I get the encrypted data from? These encrypted datas come from calendar entries. Where else can I look? For this user, nowhere. This is everything I found for this user. New tech.intern. Right, so these are all of the calendar entries that had a, for this user, these are all the calendar entries that did not have a calendar entry in them. Like this one looks like it might already be base 64 because it doesn't have an equals in it. But in my experience, they do not. I mentioned something about seeing images before. That's in the secret script. So it's not really, they're not really images, right? And what I mean is, so if we look at, let's just look at I0 here. So like this, right? It's not an image, but we can decode this into an image, potentially. Sometimes they also come out as nonsense. Probably better if I find one that's a little smaller. Like this. Sounds like an image to you? I mean, see, this is the thing though. I put them online as a base 64 image and try to decode it, and it comes out as garbage. Like it's not an image. It has a JPEG prefix. It doesn't actually decode into an image though. I don't know if these are actual pictures. Fully uncrypted. Yeah, like I can use Flux's. Flux has got a script here, Flux capacitor. So like I can take, for example, this one. Oh right, like this. So this is uncrypted. This is encoded. So if I take that string, so let me take this string and do the DSHA encryption on it. Are any of these... Yeah, see, so it doesn't decrypt with the same key. None of these decrypt into a base 64 string. Sorry. This is doing a D-SHA encryption, but it's not a string. It's not a string. It is an image. So I would need to take this decoded string and okay. This one has equals in it, so it's invalid. This one has an equals in it, so it's invalid. This one has an equals in it, so it's invalid. This one has an equals in it, so it's invalid. This one is an equals, it's invalid. This one is an equals, it's invalid. This one, the encryption algorithm is not fully correct. And this one has an equals in it, so it's invalid. D-SHA also applies a base 64 decode. That's what this section is after the base 64, but this is pre-base 64. But because they have equals suspended in the middle of them somewhere, they're not valid base 64 at all of any kind, because those are supposed to be padding at the end only. So using the D-SHA encryption on that didn't do anything. And like I could run it on this massive string, but like we can, I really don't want to. I guess is the answer. So if we take this huge one, okay, if I flush this, I'll go grab it from my shell text. I'm going to manually put this in D-SHA because it's too big to put on the command line. It's 2.9 kilobytes. I will D-SHA encrypt that string. Oh, I have to unvault my upgrades. So we'll D-SHA this. I can't even get it on the... I can't even get the data out because that is just too big. I suppose I could not log the from B64. Okay, that's big. So I can flush this out. I get an absolutely massive string. 12K. 12K string. Actually, and this is funny because what it does is it's actually going to give me one for each algorithm, right? So I can try all of them. So, base 64 image decoder. Base 64 to image. So I can try each one of these. Paste. Decode to image. So it says cannot decode. So that's invalid. I come back here and get another one of these giant ones. We'll have 8 that we can try, right? Try this one. I already tell you it's invalid because it's got an equals in the middle of it, so I'm not even going to bother. This one's got an equals in the middle of it. That one has an equals, 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 that one has an equals. They all have an equals in the middle of them, so none of these results are a valid image either. But the beginning of the file, is it SHA encrypted and is it SHA encrypted with a key? So like, I mean, this is what we did with, we have determine algorithms. So I can use this same string here. If I go determine algorithms for, what does it do? It does JPEG, it does a key. So I should pass it the key instead. And I should do key equals key.split. And then it takes an image data. So this is going to take an image data. This is how we determined the algorithm patterns. This is the block of code that we used. So I am going to, I think that should work. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So I'm going to do determine algorithms. I'm going to pass it this data that we took from the secret script and this user's key. Key has already been declared. Do k.split. All right. So this is taking this big, huge image that we just tried there, and this is just going to do on the prefix, scrolling backwards using the key to find out what the index pattern is for the key. So you can see that it's not related to the key at all, because a bunch of the characters in this rotated pattern are not key characters. So this is garbage. That was my understanding. This file is garbage. It's not used. Not every file in the secret script is meaningful, right? Some of them are just junk. Like, not all of these files do anything. Some of them are just red herrings. So that one's garbage. Yeah. So this is what's been taking up a lot of my time, is it's hard by eye to tell if what I'm looking at is garbage, or it's a real hint, or it's a hint that I'm missing. There's too many red herrings in here. It's really confusing. I can vault my stuff again and we can try going through these, but this is kind of like stuff, we're kind of just repeating the exercises that we did on previous streams at this point. Like, if I just, I can go back here and like do one and capture this. And I can take this and I can do a reverse on it through the pattern that we're doing to determine the key algorithm, unvault this, up Deshaun, run Deshaun. Okay, so that one doesn't rotate back into the key, so it's also garbage. But my rotation is relying on the assumed fact that these have a JPEG prefix. So if this is valid content, but it's not JPEG, I don't know what it is. And so I can't do anything to it because I don't know what the known plaintext is supposed to be. So either it's garbage or it's something that's not a JPEG and I don't know what. But again, the secret script is a clue to the real passphrase. The real passphrase is not in the secret script. Right? We're supposed to take the algorithm and apply it to the calendar entries. So I think that I don't know, like, Hactics, are you there? Like, can you tell me like where the info? Did I put it aside somewhere? Where did I put it? Just tell me where I put it. Do you remember where I put it? Is it just in my head? I've been decoding using pure B64 and no SHA encryption, right? Decoding what? The secret script entries? Yes, this is just Vignier. This is just Vignier. There's no SHA encryption here. You're referring to the images? Fuck. Some are not SHA encrypted. Are they all? Some are not encrypted or vignered. They're just pure B64. I mean, some of the... So, some of the entries in the secret script are... They look like they're kind of pure B64-ish. That's the key. That's not. That's just something that's corrupted because it's just got a bunch of Y's. That's plain text. That's not B64 because it doesn't end in an equal sign. That's something that's corrupted as well, I think. Is this not corrupted? I could just... I don't know. It's not B64. It's got an equal sign in it. So, like, I haven't seen anything that looks like just B64. Because everything's got an equal sign in it somewhere, and we're out of files. So if there is a hint for this user, I don't know where it is. Unless we have to go back to where we were before and take like 2 steps backwards in our progress and go back to users and just start looking at a whole bunch of different users and going back through all this shit again, which I really fucking don't want to do. So there's a real image in here somewhere? Maybe not even for this user, there's just a real image for a user somewhere. There's a real image somewhere. I have to go fucking hunting down for it again. It takes so long to do that. I thought I was almost done. This is very... What is with Saturdays and being discouraged? It's probably because it's too early and I need to drink twice as much coffee. Fuck, it's always like 1 step forward and then like 1.6 steps back. From your memory, file servers can have viewable images in them. Hacktix, I am frustratingly close. I can only imagine how frustrating it must be for you, Hacktix, or anyone else that has already solved this, to just see that I'm just like, fucking just missing. It's just this tiny fucking thing. It's just, you're just missing this one thing. Hey, Resonate. I've got this. Thank you for the encouragement. It's more just like, I hate having to like go backwards and then like do something else. You believe in me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the encouragement. You've all been very encouraging. Yeah, it's just like... Okay. I think I need to write some stuff down because there's too many different fucking things here. What could I be missing? What are the various things that I could be missing? There's, you know, there's a plain image, B64 image in one of the files, though we've looked for this user, and this user does not have one. There's other images besides JPEG. I really fucking hope not. I don't know enough about image encoding though, so I wouldn't even know what they all are. I couldn't even tell you what all the image types are. JPEG, PNG, BMP, GIF, GIFF, JPEG. Does that count? What other image types are there? Don't do that. Hey, don't. No, you can't go in there right now. Sorry, cat's trying to do something stupid. You can't do that. Sorry, honey. Damn it, kitty. My line of thinking. So there's other images besides JPEG. That would be rough. Need to do plain Fignier using the key. instead of the algo patterns, I guess. Man. God damn it. I hate this. Okay. Tactics. From what you've seen, do I need to switch users? Is my clue in this user from what you've seen? Yes, no, or you don't know? Because I don't want to have to go through scraping another user and everything if I don't have to. Because that takes like minutes and minutes to get pins and calendar entries and all that crap. I guess I'll just have to. Probably. Like, this is just garbage, right? It's just a bunch of L's and N's and shit. Like, there's no L's in this user's key, I don't even think anyway, right? No, there's a lowercase L. But this has to shift back to JPEG. I mean, I flushed this, so I can just go get it and just try, but I don't think so. Weird. Where is the weird one? There's a really small one here, right? This is just going back and doing everything I did all over again. So, right, unvault. Up Deshaun. Nope, so that's not related to the key. And it is not B64. It's not related to the key. It's not, okay. It's not B6, it's not just plain B64. This is what we can determine. It's not plain B64. This particular string, it's not a JPEG. The known plain text is not a JPEG. And therefore, and if it is, it's not related to the key. Those are the only two things that we can, those are the only three things we can determine from that string. So I can go and try to get that big one that had all the L's in it. Do the same thing with it. Basically just doing all the shit that I did previously in the week. So, I mean, that doesn't surprise me that it decodes. No. Oh, no. No. Is that a coincidence? That's weird. Why'd you do that? It's one hell of a coincidence. If I tried to decrypt the short one, so which method of decryption? So there's SHA encryption, there's just plain Vignere, and there's B64 decoding it. So use the same method. So full DSHA encryption on this short entry right here. I can try that. So if we just undo this, and we just DSHA encrypt it normally, my fingers are starting to get tired. Son of a bitch. That gave us something. Part of something. Strange and Herring must be his dog. And then a bunch of junk. That's interesting. But I don't know what that means. There's not an equals, at least. So would I take this? I feel like this doesn't quite yeah, like that's just plain text though. So there's no B64 going on here. Right, we're just logging the rotated text. I suppose I could rotate and B64, but this doesn't come out to anything either. So I'm not really sure. That just tells us that some of these secret script. Strange and Herring must be his story, frightful the storm which embraced the gallant vessel on its course and wrecked it thus. So what does this mean, that my decryption algorithm is broken partway through? Why would that be? We've already confirmed that this pattern does work with the calendar entries. Is this because the encoded string is corrupted? Or I'm doing something wrong? You're not sure. This is long enough that the key pattern would have repeated by this point. So I think it's just like, are there other short entries? And we can check. Let's make sure we get rid of our stuff here. So we'll start over from the beginning. Stop. Hey. Yes, I love you and you're a good girl, but stop doing that right now, please. That one's short-ish. Go try that one. Grab that one. Paste it into our data here. And then we'll unvault. We'll up deshawn, and then we'll deshawn it. None of them are plain text. Equals there, equals there, equals there. Equals there, equals there, equals there, equals there, and equals there. So none of these are base 64. Hey, Murloc. Exactly half of the characters are still encrypted. I don't know if it's exactly half. Starting to run out of time today. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was exactly half, but that doesn't tell me that there's anything wrong with my... I don't think that's exactly half. I think that's just under half the characters are still encrypted. These secret script files, though, are not reliable. Hey, Michael. Sean! Yeah, that's exactly... that's exactly how I feel. I feel that. That is why I called the stream this. I knew this was going to happen. We had an early false success in the stream. So this would be encrypted still. I guess that's about halfway through. There's too many options. You haven't even done this yet? It's not great. It's not great. It is tough. It's tough as hell. Stop, kitty. Stop that. I'm gonna lock you out of here. You want to be locked out? Troublemaker? So this is junk, right? Not everything we have decoded. Not every entry can be meaningful, right? It's not going to be every single entry that's meaningful. So then the question is, are all the meaningless entries obviously meaningless, or are some of the meaningless entries kind of meaningless? So when we like decoded half the string, does that mean that I did something wrong, or is it that that's just what that one is? It's half of a string and the other half is garbage, and we didn't do anything wrong, that this is just a piece of garbage, right? And so it's like I am having trouble focusing because there's too many like kind of right answers all over the place. You remember passphrases being a meme tactics because nobody figured them out for a while? Yeah. This is such a big fuck you that hackmud gives. Yeah, it kind of feels like that too. Murloc, the other half could be a key. This, I think it's too long for a key, and from what we've seen elsewhere in some other people's solutions is the passphrase does appear to be plain text English. So this would not be a passphrase. If this were a key, it would be incredibly long, and I don't know that this is enough of a hint that this is a key, right? So it could help for decrypting the other entries, but otherwise you don't think a quote from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is related to passphrases. I don't think so either. There are just some of these entries that have fragments from novels, sections of novels that are in the public domain. That's just purely for an intellectual property standpoint, right? Okay, we're running out of time for today. So let's look at the rest. Do I have upgrades still loaded? I do. Okay, let's vault these again. And let's go back and just see if we can see any other short entries that we could try to decrypt and see if they give us anything. So that's, you know what, let's clear this. That's one maybe. So 3 and 4. Not 7. 7 is too big. 8 looks weird. 9 is just a plain text novel fragment. 10 is too big. Like, I feel like I'm repeating myself because, like, I've been through this and said something was too big or too small, and then it turned out that it wasn't too big or too small. So I'm just going to flush all of these, and we're going to apply DSHA encryption, full DSHA encryption, to each one of these entries and see if those give us anything. All right, we'll start from the top. We'll just go down here with these datas, and we'll see what we get. Let's unvault our upgrades, up Deshawn, and run Deshawn on that first entry. What do we get? Bunch of garbage. There is a section of something here. Hey, put all the digits and the coast Jins Sidiram. The coast. So we know that this algorithm's not correct. Right? Deshawn encryption, more like delete Sean. That's true. Can this be fully decoded? Yeah, we don't know. Can it be fully decoded? Maybe, maybe not. I think that we might be able to use this text to see what the actual algorithm is for this one, maybe. Let's try this again. See if we get the real pattern here. No. So isn't that silly? This entry decodes using one of the algorithm keys, but trying to reverse it from the plain text. Oh, and that's because we don't know the plain text. I don't know what the underlying plain text is supposed to be. What's the uncorrupted plain text from this text entry? Does somebody know this? The coast once clear. Maybe it's the coast once clear. So if I do something different here, if I do let JPEG equal the coast once clear, I don't know what and train are supposed to be, but this might give us a bit more of the pattern. -1? No. Why didn't that work? -1. So we can't do it backwards? That's fucking stupid. Why doesn't that work? Is it because it's not supposed to be that? There we go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, skip 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, skip 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, skip 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, skip 2. Okay. Oh, jeez, there's a bunch of text here. What Murloc said. The coast once clear, our travelers soon sat down. Okay, I'm going to copy that because that should be enough. Part of this should be enough of the plain text, right? To get, hopefully, the full repeating algorithm out of this. Now, I don't think the punctuation is involved. Is the punctuation involved or not? I guess we'll find out in a second. Okay, let's try that again. No. Punctuation is not going to be... Punctuation ignored? Yeah. Okay, I think so too. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, skip 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, skip 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, skip 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 6. So you skip both the first and the last on the last iteration, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, skip 4, or 4, skip 5, 6. So this seems to be the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then start over again. So that's the real pattern for this one, I think. So now, if we go back to Deshawn encrypting this, that pattern should work. Thank you, everybody. Okay, So we fixed that final algorithm at least. So we fixed the final algorithm, okay? And we can come back here and we can mark this as confirmed. Assuming there are 8 algorithms, we have now confirmed all 8 of them. So at the very least, we're going to end today with that amount of progress. We have learned that some of these entries need to, not maybe need to be decrypted, but that some of these entries can be decrypted. Maybe I should continue. We've got only a few minutes left. I'm going to go back and I'm going to decrypt some of these entries that we got out of the secret script and see if any of them decrypt into anything. Just more plain text. Let's find another one here. That was a seg fault. That was the key itself. So, Michael, you procrastinate this shit, but you got to do it. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get into tier 3, yeah, you're gonna have to. I think this is what stopped me basically, and I haven't even done the locks yet. That's a whole other headache. I got straight up stuck on the locks. The plain text is just a hint, but not actually a passphrase, right? From my understanding, yes. So the plain text, each plain text is a section. It's an excerpt from a public domain novel. So like, Frankenstein or Alice in Wonderland. And I think that's just because those are the only ones you could legally put into your game without having to pay a publication license, probably, because they're just public domain text. Yeah, Spano is the same theory. Yeah, it's just for figuring out the algorithms. So something unrelated to this, Trilater, you're currently working on your out-of-game automation. How do I handle entering hardline? Yeah, Michael just said it. Just spam it. You just spam 0 to 9 times. Just brute right through it. They'll all go through right away because your out-of-game automation should run fast enough. Okay, did we... I don't remember if I pasted something in there or not. I did not, apparently. So we'll copy this one. Ends in AC. Is this the one that I pasted or not? No. Okay. Paste. Up. Run. See this one? That's a JPEG. That's a JPEG. That's a JPEG, right? I don't see any equal signs in here. That looks like a legitimate JPEG. Does it work? Let's see. I'm gonna flush that through. Copy this over here. It's a dog. A small black dog. Huh. Is small black dog like large white cat? Where is my shit? There's been too many commands. Where is it? Small black dog. Black small dog? Though that's not, I think, grammatically correct. Or following the rules. Large black dog? Maybe this isn't the one that currently works, so there could be several pictures. Maybe it's neither small nor large. Maybe it's medium black dog. Oh my god. This string... Okay. Holy fuck. And it's still garbage. There's still fucking garbage in here. My god. We've got an ad coming up, and I can't snooze it anymore. All the browser windows open. Ugh. Yeah, the top says page 0. You're impressed I immediately went to medium? Well, I mean, it's not small, it's not large. I guess I could have gone venti. Or grande. I don't remember which one's medium. Yeah, we got an ad coming up, like now, so we're gonna take a quick break. Take a quick break.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought?
Not me.
Ah. Thanks, Michael, for the Prime. I appreciate that. Yeah, ads are funny. Ads are funny. So when I typically do my, I do a 3-minute ad. So 2 minutes after I go live, I first go live during the countdown, I do a 3-minute ad because that kills pre-rolls for the first like hour and 10 minutes. And it takes me some time to get my stuff sorted at the beginning of the stream anyway. And then Twitch will do pre-rolls for the last 15 minutes of the hour. So between 45 minutes and the hour, it'll do pre-rolls if you join during then. But if you had a pre-roll right before an ad break, it also doesn't deliver you an ad. I don't know. And then sometimes the ad timer goes and Twitch doesn't do an ad. Or I have it set for 2-minute ads and it'll only deliver everyone a 1-minute ad. I don't really know. I don't know why it does the things that it does or how it decides to do them. All right. Now we're into dangerous territory. Amazon does what Amazon do. True. Ads depending. Oh, hey, Jorstar. Yeah, ads depending different on region. Yeah, that's true as well. It just depends. It depends on my content also, because I know that sometimes it won't deliver certain, like it's not going to deliver ads for children because I have excessive profanity setting on all of my streams. So if it goes to try to push it, I don't know. Fuck, man, I don't know. $500 gifted. Dang it. You can only do 100. Do 100 what? 500 what? You're not about to drop 100 gifted subs, are you, Michael? Don't do that. I don't even have 100 followers. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so man. So the top says page 0. Fuck. So these are reviews. T space ST, I would have imagined would have been the word test or something. But these seem to be reviews, which is what we've seen that first menu entry called on some other corporations. So some of these are another encrypted string. Fuck. Okay. There's so many fucking encrypted strings everywhere. GI equals this. Oh, I think that's actually just part of the string. So these are split by new line, I suppose. This is just to get to the locations. Yeah. This is just to get to locations. This is the final stretch. So I'm trying to remember all the steps that we have to take for a full scrape. So you get all the calendar entries, but you only care about the calendar entry that has a secret script in it. So all the other ones that have encrypted strings, you don't care about them because they're just junk. You go to the secret script. You apply. You go to the secret script. you find the... maybe I should write this all fucking down somewhere. Jesus. Alright. Get the pin. Well, we don't need to write this shit down. Do all of the... Step 0. Do all the existing scraping. Okay. Get the secret script for the user, and then they're not necessarily junk. Don't say that to me. Hacktix. They're not necessarily junk. Isn't Hacktix the one who made the public like Gibby, you mean GitHub? Is that short for GitHub? I haven't actually looked at anything. I haven't looked at any other people's solutions. Now some people in chat have gone and looked at solutions and have been giving me some hints based off of those. Oh, Gibson. Okay. I don't want to hear fucking syllable about T4. Okay? I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear any of it. I can't deal with that. I can't. No supercomputer shit. What about tier 5? Timeout Hacktix. Timeouts for everybody. Emote only mode, go. Okay. Fuck. God, fuck. So, fuck. God, fucking So we get the secret script. Then we get the key. Get the user's key. Then, fuck my life. Hacktix can only talk in emotes for a week. Hacktix emotes only week challenge. Challenge level, hard. Tier 6. I think once you get to tier 7, you can start playing a different game in hackmud. I've made that joke a couple times. I'll be playing something other than hackmud, and someone will be like, "What tier of hackmud is this?" And I'll always say it's tier 7. Tier 8, unlock talking to Sean. Tier 8 is Sean just comes to your house and beats you around the head and neck with a hard object. And then you have to do just normal math with a serious concussion. So we have the user's key. Then we don't know what to do. A large trout? Yeah, it could be a large trout. So you knew about images and passphrases, but never got around to solving the encryptions. So yeah, because it turns out, Spanner, you need the encryptions to get both of those. The raw image and the passphrases. I mean, the passphrase is the image, right? So that's the thing. The image is the fucking passphrase. But then you have to do more because it looks like some of these things are encrypted too. So, I mean, we could just take one of these and Desha encrypt this also. But, so, hold on. Before we lose anything here, where did I fucking... Did I save that dog somewhere? I have to save this dog. I have to save this dog. Medium black dog. You must save the dog. Medium black dog. So I have a feeling there's several images, and I'm hope to God they're identical strings. I hope to God they're identical strings, and I can save them in my database. Suppose I could kind them into the script, and I just have to do a straight string compare after I decrypt them to see which image it is, and then have a dictionary of passphrases. Michael, you were playing a rhythm game and you were like, yeah, this is tier 5. You have to beat a 4K rhythm game? Oh god. How many images, passphrases are there if you could treat them as B64 image string as like a data check problem? Yeah, I think that's what I was hoping. There's a better way to do it. There's a limited set of images. Take the B64 string of the image, feed it through FNV1A or something, and have a hash to passphrase lookup. I'm not sure what FNV1A means, but I was imagining you would have to brute force decrypt all of them, right? Using DShawn, so you have to get the key, then you have to use DShawn encryption using that key on all the secret script entries, and then out of all of those, you have to check every single decryption entry to see if they match any of your images, your plain text B64 image text, and then if it matches one of those, that B64 image text will have a matching passphrase. Treat passphrases as keys. I mean, whichever way you do it, it doesn't really matter, right? Look it up one way or the other. FNV1A. Oh, so you have a hash of the image. But that doesn't really matter, right? Because if you're going to kind it, then the length of the string doesn't really matter. I don't think. Because it's just going to be stored in a comment. So, I mean, it could store a hash of the image, but it's, for all practical purposes, it's identical, I think. I think there would be a problem if the image is in any way not identical. A hackmud script can only be 64,000 characters regardless. There's a better way to do it. We just need to find what it is. Yeah, it's so simple, Hactics. We just need to find out what it is. That was Michael that said it, but still. Just find it. It's so easy. Okay. Forget this for a second. I saved the dog. Everyone, the dog has been saved. Now the issue is, what do we have to do here? There's an image in the secret script. Or maybe it's in the calendar. The image is a representation of the passphrase for menu 1. You run it 50,000 times to unlock T5. That's all. What's 50,000 times 5 minutes? My tier 3 scraping is so slow. Okay, I saved the dog. Now the problem is that we have to keep doing this because we have to find all the other images. To do, find the other images. We always get into dangerous territory after a second ad break on a Saturday because it's bleeding into my lunchtime and I start to run low on blood sugar. Tier 3 scraping can be slow with pin brute forcing. Yes. Use the strategy of go and do something else. Check out the other test pages. So before I do that, try later, I want to actually try and see if I can actually Deshaun crypt this into something, because I want to see if these are entries as well. So I'm gonna do that first. Just see what I get. I didn't B64 any of these things though. So let's put the B64 back now. That's just another fucking review, you fucking jerk. Holy fuck. Twitch is G-rated? Not my Twitch. Not my Twitch. When you had to come in here, you had to click a button that said this content might not be acceptable. I know you're just joking. That's all right. All my YouTube videos that ask me, is this YouTube content suitable for children? And I'm like, no. Nope. No, it is not. These other ones were corrupted, so I have to cap. Use flux capacitor. I just want to see one. I just want to see one fucking location. I just want to see one. No, what? Copy. Paste. Just give me one. Give me one. No, why are all those garbage? No! No fucking profanity. Ugh. Make sure to say fuck 50 times through the video, just not at the start, otherwise yellow $sign. Kappa plus demonetization has made the most confusing Goldilocks thing. Do you mean like on YouTube? Because I don't give a shit about YouTube monetization. You need like 10,000 YouTube subscribers before you qualify for monetization. For Twitch, I only needed 50 followers. Fuck that. YouTube is just where I just dump my videos so that when Twitch drops them, they don't vanish into the ether. I don't give a shit. I'm never gonna make a penny off YouTube. There's no way. I'm never gonna get 10,000 subscribers. If you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like and subscribe. Okay, so this one's garbage. Also, did I copy that correctly? It looks like it did. D/AJ. Fuck me. Does a rant about YouTube. Oh yeah, make sure to sub. It's true. I have two followers. I think Trilater is one of them. And LG is the other one that actually found my content on YouTube and came back the other way. Where there's a will, there's a way, Resonate. Yeah, I don't have the will. I don't have the willpower. I read an article from, this was probably an older article about Mr. Beast, right? Probably everyone knows about Mr. Beast. About all the stuff that he has to do to make YouTube happy. And it's like, it's a full-time job for a team of people. I'm not going to do that. Like Thor and stuff, who has like YouTube Shorts, which helped him surge in his followers. But he has an editor that goes and does that stuff. It's never going to happen. I don't have the time. I have a full-time job that's not content creation. There's no way it's ever going to happen. All right, so that one was junk. Is this the same thing that sometimes it's just gonna throw junk at us the way that the calendar entries throw junk at us? What happened there? Ah, it didn't come out. Some of my shit is fucking off-centered now. Fuck this. Fuck. Okay. Fuck. Charlie, you found it via the hackmud stream links channel. Oh, so that's me. You're not subbed on YouTube? That's okay. I don't get anything from subs on YouTube. I mean to make, yeah, so I need to make a super cut of me just swearing. I'm doing this on a kid-friendly game. YouTube should delete my channel. B. Priest. The fuck you montage. Yeah. What it's like to be a developer. And then just me, just fuck, shit, fuck, God, fuck, and just super cut it. Alright. Let's just go look at the other goddamn pages. Page 1. It accepts more pages even though they're all empty. Fuck you, the variable. Fuck you, one, the variable. Yeah, you would make that. You would make the supercut your ringtone resonate. Programming shorts are kind of popping off right now. Maybe with your massive nerd personality, you should make some. I'll make you a deal. If somebody makes a supercut of me and sends it to me, I will upload it to YouTube. And if it makes money, I will give you money. That's like hiring an editor. But I think all of my Twitch monetization so far has earned me about $6. Twitch won't even pay me out yet. So XKCD comic about code quality measurement is the number of swears. For me, the number of swears per minute was how I would keep track of how others would keep track of how hard I was working. Hackmud is a tiny game. It's true, but it could just be programming, right? Programming swears per minute. That's the thing. I've had other people like tell me, like friends and stuff, being like, if you want more followers, you're gonna have to expand somehow because Hackmud's such a small niche game to begin with. But I don't care. I've had a couple programmers come in and follow me because they were like, what kind of weird Unix terminal is this? And I have to explain, it's actually a game. But I would need, it doesn't matter. I have a full-time job. It's not going to happen. I don't have any illusions about becoming a streaming superstar. I'm just doing this for fun. I just like coming and playing this game, and then like I've got all of you in chat to talk to, and we problem solve together, and we joke around and shit, and that's all I care about. I'm not going to make any money off you guys. So like I appreciate the subscriptions and the Prime and everything like that, but you don't need to do that. Following is good enough for me. Like I just want to have fun with other people. It helps me. I have social anxiety, so it helps me with my anxiety too. Just like talk to people. The first few times I streamed, I was nervous as fuck, man. I was so nervous. And just like, now it's just funny. It's just funny. It's fun. It didn't take very long. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with all this. Do I have to? There's like, I'm on page 7, man. How many fucking pages are there? Oh God. Please tell me it stops somewhere. Like around 15 or something. 14. Like presumably I run out of pages at some point. Was 10 honestly the last page? Is there only at most 10 pages? You feel like smaller communities are better than big communities? I mean, you're probably right. I think just small communities are better at policing themselves because, like, if there's gonna be assholes, no matter what you do, right? Trolls or just people who are just mean on purpose. They find it funny or whatever, right? And so that's gonna happen no matter what. But if your community is very small and active, they're gonna stick out more. They may be the only person that's trolling at the moment, and it's really easy to kind of control that. And when your community gets large, you could have the same percentage of jerks in your community, but the problem is the flat number of jerks is just an unmanageable size. People become powerful in numbers, right? Even for bad purposes. So, yeah, whatever. Yeah, social anxiety. Social anxiety is rough. I've been treating streaming as part of my social anxiety therapy. I have a therapist, but it's been kind of something that's like I was afraid to do it. So I've been learning to, like, when you're afraid of something that you can't, like, up to a certain point, if you're moderately afraid of something, that it's bad to pull away from it because it reinforces the fear. So when you're oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I will have a sip here.
electrolytes.
What are electrolytes? Do you even know?
It's what they use to make Brondo.
Yeah, but why did they use them to make Brondo?
Brondo's got
Brondo's
electrolytes.
got electrolytes.
You didn't mean to hydrate me? Well, I don't have a dehydrate yet, so we can do dehydrate. And I just have to cry a bunch, therapeutically. You had no idea? I have to apologize. I was thirsty anyway. I'm ranting. I'm just ranting about anxiety now anyway. Try later, do pages go negative? We don't think so. I haven't seen, like, any of the calendar entry. Actually, that's not true because that's interesting. That just might be... Oh, you know what's likely is because... That's weird. I'm not doing anything. Oh, this... Could this be fluxes? Could this be flux capacitor that's doing the undefines? No, they're legitimately undefined. That's weird. So they do go negative, but yeah, is that a bug or... I don't know. Because I'm doing minus 10? Well, I did like minus 5, like... No, I was just checking to see, like, TriLetter was asking, do the pages go negative? So they kind of go negative. So I have to make my scraping go through these as well once I find the passphrase. And then Deshaun crypt each one of these entries as well. So I'm pretty much at the point where I think I have to integrate the Deshaun encryption into my scraping. Because I'm getting to this point where I need to, like, Deshaun crypt a bunch of shit looking for something else, and I'm having to do all of that by hand. Oh, I do have my macro. I forgot about my macro. Still though. So there's other images. How many? I don't know. I need something to figure out which key variant is the correct one. I'm not actually sure, TriLetter, that there is a correct variant. Unless you mean, like, oh, I think, like, what you mean is so that it doesn't spit out all 10 of them or whatever, or all 8 of them. That, like, when you give it a key, it can figure out which one's the right one and then only display the correct answer, not have to display the answer per algorithm. Yeah, I think you're right. So how do we detect when it's correct? Once I actually have it working. So the Deshawn encryption is working, Michael, right? Like we've got to the point now where the Deshawn encryption does work for every algorithm. The issue now is I don't know how many places I need to use it and where I can use it. Because I need to programmatically process the output, yes. I also need to programmatically process the output of the decryption. So, but the decryption can be lots of things. Calendar entries can come out which have like symbols and color codes. I think that's a little bit harder at the moment, but it is something I'm going to have to do inevitably if I want this process to be automatic. The only problem too is like corruption characters are some of the characters that can come out in an entry. You keep forgetting you can actually buy stuff online since you have your own money. And having your own money is very helpful. Saved is earned. What do you mean by that, Resonate? Saved is earned. Oh, the more you save, the more you earn. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess, like with interest or whatever. Keep saving dogs. There's like a bunch of directions that I can go into. So I think the problem here is like I don't necessarily know where the image always is. The passphrases have a bunch of crap in them too. Passphrase gives multiple pages that also has a bunch of crap in them. Like one of these things should be a location at some point. Like, how much work do we have to do to get one fucking location? I haven't seen a single thing yet. A penny saved is a penny earned. Ben Franklin. Yeah, that's true. And she. Yes, Resonate is a she. It's a she. When you don't have any requirements, it's pretty easy to save money. It is. When you don't have anything that you have to spend your money on. I got a lot of things that I spend my money on. It's hard to save. All right. I don't know what to do. I'm getting hungry. I think like some of this stuff we've just got to like I think we have to look at merging the Deshawn encryption into the tier 3 scraping. Maybe I should put some to-dos in here. So to do handle being given the secret script instead of the corp script, and then safely go through the files, the user's files, integrate Deshawn encryption into this script, Conviction. Optimized tier 3 scraper probably just tries all the passphrases it knows from previous scraping and does whatever it does rather than finding new ones. That's quite true, actually. Like, we should start keeping track of passphrases. Maybe brute force, ubble. Michael, you never mean to misgender anyone. Yeah, resonate. That's a good view to have it. If it's not intentional, then you're good, right? Now that you know, you know. It's hard to keep track of. This is something I work on myself too. I've been making a concerted effort to neutral gender by default, right? Just because some people are more sensitive to it, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So I just try to they them, right? They them, until you know otherwise. Just softer language, right? Some people are more. Some people have dealt with more challenges around gender, and so as a result, they're more sensitive. Nothing wrong with them because of that. It's hard to memorize everyone. Yeah. I think that's the big thing. That's the first thing I had to work on, Michael, is get out of the habit of he, him by default. That, I think, is the hardest step. Just get out of that habit of he, him, everybody. And they, them is the safest bet, I think. That's the biggest challenge in my experience, because I was guilty of that too. I think most people have been guilty of that, honestly, right? Especially on the internet, right? It's just society. Yeah, you got automated. Don't worry about that one. Yeah. You're fully ally trans rights. Good. Because we are all about that here. I'm cisgendered, but this is a safe place. Trilot, are you like quite a few conferences? Most people have their pronouns on their badge. Yeah, that helps too. Yeah. You told me your name 5 minutes ago and I forgot already. Yeah, it's hard, right? You meet like 50 new people. It's hard enough, to remember their names. It's also hard to remember gender, especially when people they identify with a gender that doesn't match their name, right? Or like you know what I mean, like the stereotypical gender that would be associated, like Ashley, and sometimes there are like, or Leslie, right? Leslie Nielsen, right? Leslie, people would consider that a female name, but it's not always, right? Anyway, there is I've seen it happen before in Twitch that you can set your preferred pronouns, because I've seen that pop up in Twitch chat before with someone where they'll chat for the first time and it puts their pronouns next to their name. I don't know if that shows up in Twitch or if that's just for me as a streamer, but anyway, so what else can we do? I gotta finish up here because I'm starving. So we got to integrate Deshaun encryption into this script. We have to handle being given the secret script instead of the corp script, and then go through all their files. And yes, I think Michael, you said you got to be careful of segfault. So we have safely, right? Safely, and this would mean vault and then unvault. I have those scripts now to vault, so I can have my scraping script vault my stuff, go through the menu entries, unvault. You don't get all the hate. If you really think about it, hatred is very hard to fully understand, because, in my opinion, most hatred either comes out of fear or ignorance. And I mean, ignorance is mostly like being afraid of something you don't know or don't understand. And I think that's all it really comes down to. But I am of the belief that hatred is something that is not natural to a human being, that it is taught and learned, and you learn to hate things and people as a child. You learn to hate things. No child naturally hates something. I don't think so anyway. I'm sure there's someone, you know, if we're talking about dark triad personality traits and like someone is born with psychopathy or sociopathy or something like that, that maybe. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not a psychiatrist, man. Don't listen to what I have to say about this. Be nice to people. Be nice to yourself. That's all that matters. Just be nice to people. If someone is something, or they look like a certain way, or they act a certain way, and you don't understand them, that's not an excuse to be mean to them. You cannot understand somebody, and you can still be nice to them. That's my opinion on it. Be nice to everybody, and if you don't understand, ask them questions. Some people won't want you to ask them questions, and that's okay too, but you should still be polite and nice. In school, you hear hate, yeah. And I mean, like, I went to school, like, in the 80s and 90s, right? So, like I was bullied in school, unsurprising. And you just kind of learn as you grow up that somebody hating you is about them. That it's not about you. It's about them. Somebody else hates you, and you don't need to change. Right? You should change as a person on your own. You should make that determination yourself on what you need to change. But somebody else hating you has more to do with them than it does to you. All right. Okay, we have focus. Focus. We have to start keeping track of passphrases, maybe brute forceable. We have to, so we have to go through the corp script, and then we have to enhance this. Enhance this script to go through the reviews entries and decrypt, and potentially go through the encrypted calendar strings also. You took us off track there. Oh, don't worry about it. I used a bit of a soapbox, but I mean, I think I have the tag inclusive on this.
Baby, can you focus?
It's true. Need to focus. I have the tag inclusive for a reason on the stream. I want people to feel like they can come here and hang out. Alright, so we have to handle being given the secret script instead of the corp script, so that this scraping script can behave slightly differently with different input. That's not going to be too hard. We have to integrate the Deshawn encryption code into here. Go through the user's files. This is for the key itself, and also later for, and also decrypting. Oh, Jesus. The other files, because they appear to have shit in them too. This is probably first. Can't do the others without this. Detection of images and associated passphrase. Sure, Star, you have to see if Once Human runs. ProtonDB has mixed reviews. It is, they have some external executables that run that are part of the game. I think one of them is because they have their own web launcher inside the game, so they have like how Steam has it. Steam has two executables that run, right? One is the base interface, and the other one is the support for the web view framework, so that you can look at web pages through Steam. So Once Human has the same thing, because you can click on like show me the wiki link for such and such entry, and it opens up a web view browser inside the game in its own game frame. So it might have conflicts with that. I'm not sure. It's also new, right? It's a new game. You thought of making a rhythm game in hackmud. Yeah, I don't think it would, right? Because you can't do you can't. There's too much lag on the CLI. I think, unfortunately, make a co-op game. That'd be pretty cool. I was thinking of making a puzzle racing game. So like, I would have like a puzzle that would reset like every 24 hours, and the first person to solve the puzzle gets a reward, and the second or later people to solve the puzzle get penalized. I would take stuff from them and I would put it into the pool, into the prize pool for the next prize. It takes like 200 milliseconds to run a script. Yeah. Even if you hit the notes, the judgment would be trash. Yeah, and I think that really there's only like 3 or 4 sound effects that hackmud has anyway. Daily puzzle thing. Matrix has a lot of luck with the Wordle, right? That'd be kind of the same thing, using the Wordle. Okay, I think this is pretty much what this is like a list of things we have to do next. I like having. Okay, let's take a second to review what we did today because we made some progress and I want to feel good about myself. So we found all the algorithms and we confirmed all of them and we corrected the one that was kind of we weren't too sure about. Get rid of that. We fixed this so we don't need that anymore. Okay, we have found that there's images, and the images represent a passphrase that we will have to look at with our eyeballs in order to figure that out. We have, I think, uncovered all of the data in the Tier 3 corporation now. We've uncovered all of the locations of the data. Now we have to find sorry, I should say we found all the places where data can hide inside the Tier 3 corporation. Now we have to find the actual NPC locations or player locations. We have to find the locks, the lokes in here. We have to find the fucking lokes. Find the fucking things. We're so close. We're so close. I hope it's in here somewhere. I like ending a stream with a long list of to-dos because it gives me something. The second we come back, gives me stuff to start jumping into right away. I like that. You've grown from hating the fact you're a nerd to loving it. Good. Good. Right? The hardest thing that people can do is learn to love themselves. It's really easy to find stuff that you don't like about yourself. It's so easy. It's so easy. It's the easiest thing to do, which is why so many people have a problem with themselves. Or it's confidence, or if it's, being unhappy with how you look. And, when it comes to things like, who you are as a person, it's important to be at peace with who you are and find the courage to express it, right? And be okay with the fact that some people won't like you. No one on this planet is universally adored. Nobody. No matter what, somebody's not going to like you. That's fine, right? Somebody won't like you. Thor talks about this a lot too, right? When he was first starting his game and he would get like 99% positive review, but he would just look at the 1% negative and be like, why doesn't this person like me? Why, dude, 99 out of 100 people do like you. Don't worry about the 1% that doesn't like you. You don't know why? It might be part of your personality. No, man, that's just human. That's human nature. It's human nature. It's hard when someone else doesn't like you. to just be like, okay. Someone goes, I don't like you, Michael. It's hard to get to the point where you go, okay, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to like me. That's okay, right? It's only when nobody likes you. Think about, like, just consider, is it something I'm doing, right? Because it also might not be. You might just be surrounded by haters, right? You can be surrounded by haters too. Just be nice. Try to be nice. And that includes being nice to yourself. Just try to be nice. That's the best you can do. You're not going to be perfect, and you're not going to be adored by everybody. Doesn't matter. You could be anybody, man, right? You could be anyone on earth. It doesn't matter what you do. Somebody's not going to like you, and you'll try to change yourself to please this person that doesn't like you, and you'll end up turning into somebody that the person that did like you before doesn't like anymore. There's nothing you can do. You can't please everybody. Find who you are. Be that person. Surround yourself with people who like you for who you are, and distance yourself from the people who don't. That's just life, and that's growing, and everybody goes through that, and it's nothing about you or your personality. It's not a problem that you have. That's just human experience. Just what it means to be a person. You're able to hang out with most of the people you find. That's good. The issue, you know the fact that nobody likes you isn't true. That's good. Resonate. If you're nice when someone's intentionally mean, it gives them a window to change for the better. It does, right? It's complex. Being a person is complex. It's hard to just be a person, because you don't want to be too nice, because you'll turn yourself into a doormat, and you'll open yourself to other people taking advantage.
Hey, look at us.
Look at us.
You just
Huh?
have
Who
to
would've
kind
thought?
of just
Not
get
me.
it. Archon, hey buddy, thanks for the Prime subscription. Thank you very much. What's up? Just finishing up. I had a really bumpy start today, but we did okay. We ended in an okay place, and now I'm just trying to encourage people to be happy with themselves. Rage builds up in you. Fuck being a people pleaser.
Rondo's got what Pence craved.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes.
What are electrolytes?
I need
Do you
something that
even
says,
know?
Xylox,
What
stop talking and
They
go get
used to
something
make
to eat.
Brondo.
Yeah, but why did they use them to make Brondo?
Because Brown's got electrolytes.
This brown has got electrolytes. One of the things that's changed, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about here. And then I've got to go get lunch. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to have to go get lunch. One of the last things I want to say here, and this is something that I have learned as an adult. You know, I'm 40. This is something that I've learned very recently. It's very easy to hate someone who hates you back. Really easy. Hate is so easy. It's so easy to just hate somebody and then just be like, I hate this person. I am, you could be like, I'm transgender and this person hates me because I'm transgender, and it's probably they just don't understand it, or they've been just told to hate me for whatever reason. It's really easy, so they just do it. And it's very easy for you to hate that person back. What's hard is to just feel sorry for them. But that's better, to just be like, I just feel sorry for them. I wish that they would change. Some people are the kind of person that's like, this hateful person, I wish they would all just die. Right? And the world would be better if all these people that are so full of hatred would just die and disappear. But in my opinion, it would be better if a hateful person changed to become a good person. Now, I know that's not realistic all the time, right? That's pretty utopian ideal, because not everyone's going to change, right? But the world is better off because not only are you one less hateful person, you're also one more good person. And so getting yourself in the mindset of just feeling sorry for people who are so angry all the time and so afraid and so hateful, and just being like, I feel so bad for you. I'm so sorry that you're like this, and I hope that you change. And it's the best thing that you can do. There's this guy, it was with the KKK or something, right? And he was a black American, And what he did is he would go and he would meet with these people in the KKK and he would just talk to them. He would just talk to them. And he is like by just doing this, by just going and showing them that they're a person and just engaging them like a person and just talking to them, eventually this person who's been taught to just hate black people, they eventually go, we have so much in common. He just looks different from me, but we're both just people. And he's gotten so many people to just hand over all of their, like he has like a collection of KKK hoods, basically, this guy. And each one is one that a former member just willingly handed over to him. But I mean, you know, again, it's hard and it's not always realistic. There's a difference between the utopian ideal and what's actually going to happen. And now that we have talked about that for like 20 minutes, I think it's time to go. I think it's time for me to go. It's a good talk, everybody, though. Not going to lie, you're the type to hide your emotions because you feel like it's embarrassing. Dude, it is okay. It is okay to have emotions. No matter what you are. Toxic, be aware of toxic masculinity, right? People telling you it's not okay to cry. Yeah, cry. Yeah, you should cry. It's all right. Time to play a game. It's time for me to eat lunch, and then I don't know what I'm going to do. I got stuff to do. I got errands to run and stuff, but I want to thank all of you for bearing with me while I went on my big, supportive, inclusive rant. I hope I didn't offend anybody here, certainly, and I hope that everyone learned a little bit about themselves and hopefully be, you know, patient with yourselves and kind with others and patient with everybody and just try to be nice. That's all we can do. And thank you everyone for being nice to me. You didn't cause it. Don't worry about it. The lawn taught us late bloomers are often the most beautiful. Don't change the flower, change the environment. Yep. Exactly right. So thank you everyone for your help with me with this encryption stuff and just being supportive. Even if you didn't give me hints, just being here to cheer me on. I really appreciate that. I appreciate everything. Thank you for being wholesome and kind to me and each other and being supportive. You guys are all great. I love you all. You're all awesome. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you, Jay Handbook, for the follow earlier today. I think right as we got started. Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, Michael and Archon, for the Prime subscriptions. I really appreciate that. Just continue to be nice to each other and yourselves. Be nice to yourselves. And hopefully we will come back on Tuesday and we'll pick up on some of this to-do stuff and we'll fucking get there, man. Fuck, we're so goddamn close. We're so close. Oh, I can taste the locations. Then we have to go and do all the locks, man. I can't even fucking do anything with those locations right now. So that's a whole separate problem. How much mud did I hack today? None, I guess, because I don't have a full answer. I did a bunch of... I did like, I don't know, hactics. 80% of the way there, 90% of the way there. We're so close. Ugh, God, hack all the muds. Challenge rating impossible. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna go eat. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. This is a rough ride, but we're getting there, and it's all thanks to you guys giving me hints and helping me along and just everyone working together. I'll get there. I hope so. Okay. I hope to see you all again soon, whether that be Tuesday or next Saturday or whatever. I know people are in some really crazy time zones, so if you're hanging out with me today and you're lurking, I'd appreciate a follow if you're not following already. Just be good to each other, and I hope to see you next week or whenever. So have a great rest of your weekend, everyone, and be good. All right, see ya.